I ain't even gotta do too much talking, cause I know what's gonna happen come Saturday.
Yeah. Is you ready for me? 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 Spotless. Check it. Is you ready for me?
What's good, everybody? What's good? It's your boy, Cardinal, Bud, Crawford, E.S. Red, if that's what you want to call me. And we are back for another one. Alright, y'all, we got them new topics. Terence Crwford wants Al Haymon to show proof of Errol Spence fight funds. But why? Alright, y'all, let's get into this. So, a lot of shenanigans been going on for the past few weeks surrounding the Errol Spence versus Terence Crwford fight and fight contract negotiation. You know, it's a lot of stories floating around. Everybody has a narrative at the moment. Everybody's, jumping on everybody else for saying this, that, and the other. Some people are speaking truth and facts, and some people are just talking. But let's discuss this bit of news that came out today. Terence Crwford wants Al Haymon to show proof. He basically wants to know where every dollar is going when it comes to what's going to be generated from this fight, basically because that's how they're going to get paid. Now, is this a fair tactic on Terence Crawford's part? Is he stalling the fight? Is Errol Spence stalling the fight? I mean, at this point, you would have to say that Terence Crwford is stalling the fight because he's the one asking for this. We don't hear Errol Spence say anything except for cryptic word tweets and giggling every time you see him on camera because he knows what's up. He knows that he's confident in his talents and he feels like he's going to win that fight if and when it comes. And he knows he's getting what he's going to get. I don't think, in no way in my mind do I feel like Al Haymon is a bad businessman because he has way too many fighters and there are way too much access to the public through social media. And I feel like his fighters would have spoken out a long time ago. The only one you really heard speaking out about anything is Adrian Broner, and that's basically because he squandered all his money. And the funny thing is that you got a lot of people saying that Terence Crwford is broke, which I don't believe. He would have to be living a very MC Hammerish lifestyle for him to be broke at this point. But I know a lot of black people do go broke when they become rich and famous that quick because they feel like they're obligated to take care of everybody that they know, all their family members. And so you become the crutch for everybody. Everybody tries to lean on you because they know you're a millionaire. So it's possible he could be having money troubles, but I don't believe that. And I can't really argue with anybody who's running with that narrative because he's the one wanting transparency about money. We don't hear Errol Spence complaining about money. I've never heard Errol Spence ever complain about money. I've never heard him even really talk about money. It's funny because he's the type of guy, he's more outgoing and more hip-hop-ish than Terence Crwford is. Not to say that Terence Crwford ain't hood, but Errol Spence lives amongst that lifestyle and does it publicly. So you would think that if there was any type of money issue ever, that he would have no problem with coming out through one of his rapper friends and discussing that issue, So there's no doubt in my mind that if there's anybody who has a problem with this fight, it's Terence Bud Crawford. And his issue is money, obviously. Now, I know there's people saying that, well, Bud don't want to get cheated. Bud wants to make sure that he's going to get all this money because of the way he's getting paid in this fight. And I would say that, if you don't have confidence in your team and your lawyers to put together a correct contract, why are you trying to do this stuff on your own? Bud didn't make these type of waves for Bob Arum. There were different waves that he was making with Bob Arum, but every time Arum threw an easy fight in front of him with a nice payday, he never complained. When he got fed Jeff Horn, he never complained. He didn't really complain a lot about the fact that he didn't get the Manny Pacquiao fight, which would have been the most lucrative fight of his boxing career. Let me say that again. You never heard Bud Crawford complain when he didn't have a title belt, or when Manny Pacquiao was the champion, or even when they cheated Manny Pacquiao. And we all know that the issue that Pacquiao and Bob had at the end about money. Did Terence Crwford ever come out and try to defend Manny Pacquiao, or try to say, you know, this shouldn't have happened, and I'm going to give Manny Pacquiao a shot at my title because he was cheated by Bob Arum? He had no problem being the recipient of somebody getting cheated. He had no problem with that. But somehow, when he thinks it's going to happen to him, he wants to cause all these waves and ripples. So I feel like at this point, Terence Crawford is a real hypocrite, and I think he's going to get what he deserves. You know, it's funny that none of this stuff was thrown out there when he was messing with ESPN and Bob Arum. There were no issues until the end when he was trying to, what I think, get more publicity from leaving Bob Arum, and started accusing him of being racist and things, and thought that, you know, some of these multicultural or some of these black-owned businesses might take him as being the, I guess, poster boy for taking down Top Rank, and maybe they would sign him for because of that. And it actually had an inverse effect because of things that Bob Arum had to say about him, and him not being able to generate a crowd or generate revenue around his fights. So, you know, it's crazy that when it benefits Terence Crawford, he has a lot to say, and he wants to create all of these negative narratives about everybody else. But when he could have spoke up about Manny Pacquiao and his situation at Top Rank, or even gave Manny Pacquiao a shot when he became champion from the Jeff Horn fight, and gotten the biggest payday of his boxing career, even bigger than anything he would get with Errol Spence Jr., he had nothing to say. He didn't even bring it up. And I think it's egg on the face of him now, because I do feel like Errol Spence is going to win this fight, and not only win, but I feel like PBC has it set up to where it's a no-lose situation for Errol Spence Jr. Let's check this out real fast, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that. Let's listen up for a second here before we get out of here.
Al, you know what I'm saying? I know that I want to get this fight with Earl, right? But, you know what I'm saying? I just want to know where the money comes from, and I just want to see transparency. Right? Transparent? What are you talking about, bud? No, let me see the books. What you mean books and books?
I believe that's the big homie. Y'all know who it is, man. Y'all know who he is. Ain't no need to say his name, but I like his channel, man. He's been around for a while. I've always stayed in tune to what he has going on. He's a real one. Shouts out to him. And you know, as far as him wanting transparency and actually going face to face with Al Haymon, I doubt that Bud would get anything less than, like he said, kicked out of the office, because Al Haymon don't look like he played at. He's from a camp of real ones. If you know what he did in the music industry, you know what I mean. He's very close with Jay Prince, so them dudes don't really play a whole lot of games. So all of this is really laughable to the people behind the scenes that make PBC go as an entity, because they already know what's up, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comment section below. Hit that like button for me. Share. Subscribe. Holler at me on all social media platforms. Facebook, Instagram, YouTubes. But you're more than likely to get a response on the tube. So holler at me over there if you want a response. It's your boy, a Cardinal, a Bud, a Crawford, or E.S. Red, if that's what you won't call me. And we are out of here.
can't hold me down. Niggas know what's up.